Hi, today we're making a creamy mushroom soup. Usually I have a videographer, but I don't have one today, so I'm going to try and do it on my own. I won't be able to get in as close up, but it should still come out alright. So let's get started. Alright, let's get started on prepping our veggies. Right in here I have some onions and some celery that I chopped up and put in a small bowl for later. Next is our mushrooms. This is a portobello mushroom. As you can see, it's big and it has the gills. I already took off some of them. I'll show you how to do that. All you need is a spoon, and with the back of the spoon or the front like this, just scrape out the gills. Like that. These can all go in the trash. We're just going to cut up our portobello mushroom into small little pieces for our soup. Portobellos are awesome because they have a meaty texture, so you can use them in anything like burgers. I usually do portobello mushroom burgers. They're good in pastas, soup, which we're doing now. Here we go. We're just going to add it to our rest of our mushrooms over here. Our next mushroom that we have is baby portobellos, and these are the miniature versions of what we just cut up. They're little brown ones, aren't they cute? They're also called creminis. So we're going to slice these up too. I have about 8 ounces of these. So we have 1 portobello mushroom cap and about 8 ounces of the baby creminis. And we'll put those all in our bowl for our later use. To make this creamy but without a lot of calories, we're going to use the Laughing Cow Light Creamy Swiss. These are only 35 calories per triangle. So let's chop up some of these. And all we're doing is cutting them into little pieces so they'll melt quicker and better when we add it to our soup. You can also use the garlic and herb Laughing Cow cheese. That would be awesome in it. This is all I have today, so this is what we're going to use. But it's good to play up and change it around. This is my second one. I think 3 would be plenty. So we'll just do 3. Alright, we'll set this aside and head to our stove. Alright, we have our pot heating up. We're going to use our extra virgin olive oil, coat the bottom a little bit, probably about a tablespoon or so. A little bit more. And now we're going to add our veggies. We'll add our onions and our celery because it takes longer to cook. And we're just going to sweat these out. Alright, as you can see, we're pretty translucent now. So now we're going to add our mushrooms. I got so many in this little tiny pot. Probably should have done a bigger pot. Live and learn, I guess. Alright, and now we're going to saute these with our onions and our celery and get them nice and soft as well. This should take about 5 minutes or so. Oh, let's add some of our thyme too. Right here I got some thyme, dried, fresh is preferred. I don't have any in the garden right now, so I'm just going to add some thyme. A little bit of pepper. And we'll hold off on the salt for now since we have the mushrooms in here because you know it pulls out all the moisture. So let's just cover this up so they can steam a little bit. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, these look to cook down. Check them out. Now we're going to add some flour. Flour is used to thicken the soup up. And we're going to use flour and 2% milk. I'm going to start off with a 1/4 cup of flour. So we're just going to sprinkle all this on top of our mushrooms, onions, and celery. This is what it looks like. Before I add the milk, let's add a little bit of chicken stock. This will thin it out. I like to use the low sodium chicken stock. We put in about a 1/4 cup. We're going to scrape up all those goodnesses at the bottom. Here it is. You see all that goodness at the bottom? Now let's add our milk. Right here I have a cup of milk. We'll start off with 1/2 cup. See how that looks. Oh, this looks really good. Check this out. I think we need a little bit more. So we'll add the whole cup of milk. We'll let that cook down a little bit and thicken up. So the flour that we added before the chicken stock and the milk will actually thicken this up a little. And to make it even thicker, we're going to add our Laughing Cow cheese. So let's just let this simmer a little bit, and we'll come back to it with our cheese. Our soup has simmered for about 2 to 3 minutes, and now we're going to add our 3 wedges of Laughing Cow cheese. We'll stir that in and slowly melt the chunks down. At this time, if you feel like the soup is too thick, just add a little bit more milk or chicken stock. So now our soup is pretty much complete. You can stop there or you can continue on. This is the one little step that I like to add. This right here is pre-cooked brown rice. I like making all my rice in the beginning of the week, and whenever I need it, I just scoop out however much I need. So I'm going to add 1/2 cup of brown rice to my soup. You can use white, you can use wild rice, that would be awesome. And we're just going to stir that in. Now this is pre-cooked, so at the end just add it, stir it in just to heat through, and you're done. That's the end of our creamy mushroom soup. Well, I hope you had fun checking out this recipe in this video. This soup is really good and it's easy to make and quick to make. So next time you're looking for a soup, just go ahead and try this one. Check back soon for more recipes. Thanks!